The purpose of this video in particular is to create something that's in front of us here. So we're going to start off with the more simplified version, so it's not going to be too complex, don't worry. And then we're going to work out the complexity over time, and I'm also going to give you a structure to follow so you can get very similar results, if not exactly the same result as this, but very similar results to what you see in front of you right now. So with that said, I'm going to also show you now briefly what I've done. If you're into that kind of style here, then I mean, to me personally, this is incredible. It's like the film Drive, okay? Now, where did I get Nicholas Winding Refn from? So we go here and we look at the best visually stylistic directors of all time ranked. Within the cinema world, you get a series of different visual styles, okay? And so one of them here is Nicholas Winding Refn, and I created a Midjourney formula, very basic, a cinematic photo taken in the style of Nicholas Winding Refn, aspect ratio 16:9. But that's not all. Now we need to think of a more complex way. So what can we say? How can we make this more complex? We could of course describe the subject in a bit more detail. We can describe the subject doing something, right, in the scene. That's the most obvious way of doing it. So let's do that right now. Let's say aspect ratio 21:9, which is even wider. That's actually what they use in cinematography a lot of the time. It's that kind of aspect ratio, 21:9, as opposed to 16:9, which is typically like 4K for you and I. So that's how that goes. Let's see what it generates. So let's now add in this extra element here. Okay, a lens captured with an ultra wide angle lens. Okay, so that's the next iteration of, in terms of complexity of the prompt. So let's see what it does. Aspect ratio 21:9. Wow. Let's go back to this. Stanley Kubrick. We know Stanley Kubrick, right? Let's try Stanley Kubrick. So cinematic still in the style of Stanley Kubrick now. Let's do Tom Cruise. That'd be good. Let's like try and do a action sequence or something. Yeah, let's see what happens there. Oh, that's so epic. Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, it doesn't quite do it though, does it? I don't think it does well when you add a lot of complexity to what the subject's doing, because he didn't quite pick up on that he's jumping from one train to another train. I should have said maybe from a bird's eye view or something, then it would have been able to tell the difference, but I don't think it was able to tell the difference. So let's do another version now of the above image, and let's describe the subject in a more simplified way. Okay, let's see what happens. Wow, this is actually incredible. I think the third one is probably the best, I think. Yeah, really like the third one. It's captured the windiness. If you look at his legs, it's like they're blurry, and then the terrain below is blurry as well. So it's really captured it correctly, and it kind of looks like him as well a little bit. And it looks like the bottom of a helicopter that he's jumping out of. That's awesome. That's so good. Wow. That's it now. That's what we've covered. We've basically gone over a very basic version where we started off with a cinematic photo taken in the style of Nicholas Winding Refn, just general, not featuring any subject or describing what the subject's doing. And then we had taken it up a notch and described what the subject's doing, as well as like where the lighting source should come from. So a cinematic still in the style of the same director, with an actress who's the subject dancing alone, what she's doing in a ballroom, where she's doing it, the spotlight from above, and where the light source is from, and it's in the style of Nicholas Winding Refn. Okay, and then we had taken that step further with a cinematic still in the style of, again, the same director, featuring an actress again dancing alone in a ballroom, ballet style, captured with an ultra wide angle lens this time during the night, with a chandelier shining light from above. So that's exactly what it is. It's nighttime, or it's approaching nighttime, and chandelier is shining from above, and this is what we got there. And then lastly, we rounded it off with a cinematic still in the style of Stanley Kubrick. Although it didn't quite capture the Kubrick style, it did successfully include reference to Tom Cruise, but unfortunately it failed on its attempt to have him jump from one high-speed moving train to another captured during midday. So this is similar to the Mission Impossible sequence. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that, where it like zooms in to a train, and there is a train sequence. I can't quite remember what exact Mission Impossible it was in, but there was a train sequence I remember where, you know, Tom Cruise was jumping. Okay, he didn't jump from one train to the next, but he was like jumping in between carriages on one train, so that was quite crazy. It's really crazy as well how he does all of his own stunts. That's just mad. What? Anyways, and then lastly, we've got the best result possible of what I've described. A cinematic still in the style of Quentin Tarantino, featuring Tom Cruise jumping out of a plane captured during midday with an ultra wide angle lens in windy and rainy conditions. And that's what is produced. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. I know it's a short one, but do comment down below if you want me to, you know, explore more in the domain of cinematography and how you can apply that and its visual styles with Midjourney. And lastly, we're going to reveal the prompt formula that I've been using before. I'll then include it also in the description as well for you to run with. So what I've been doing here is, for instance, a cinematic still. An example could be a cinematic still in the style of, like, yeah, Stanley Kubrick, or pick your director here, basically. And then featuring an actress or an actor, or a particular actor and actress that comes to mind, you know, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Cruise, Gal Gadot, etc. Doing something, an activity, walking in a street, or, you know, playing basketball, I don't know, whatever you want to do. And then with a wide/ultra wide lens. We didn't try satellite or eye level or low angle, but yeah, you were free to try that yourself. And then during the time of day, we did that. And then aspect ratio, typically 21:9, or you can try 16:9. So there you have it, and thanks for watching, and I hope you've learned something new. Thanks again.